On Sunday, more than 1,100 voting centers opened in Venezuela for the electoral simulation that will take place. In this way, Elvis Amoroso, president of the National Electoral Council, detailed that more than 21 million voters will be able to go to the nearest center to familiarize themselves with the voting system. On the other hand, Amoroso denounced that some presidential candidates do not recognize Sunday's simulation, disregarding the Constitution and the electoral laws. In addition, Amoroso invited citizens and international observers to participate in this event, which is part of the electoral calendar. Let's now go live with our correspondent Gladys Quesada for more information about the electoral drill from the main headquarters of the Bolivarian University of Venezuela in Caracas. Hello, Gladys.
Hello, Luis. Thanks for the time and also for this moment to report to you from Caracas. Actually, as you were saying, we are here in the Bolivarian University, La Universidad Bolivariana, one of the many voting centers, over 3,000 voting centers that are opened today to allow this electoral drill. As you can see, the voters are coming in here to the opening hours because the voting centers are opening at 8 a.m. So there's just half past, only 32 minutes after the opening hours. And as you can see, there is a big affluence, a large turnout of voters here in this voting center. Here the people are coming, the voters, the citizens, and they are accomplishing the electoral protocols because first they have to show their documents of identification, and afterwards they have to, of course, to do all the process of voting in the ballot box, because you know the voting is secret, so they have to go to that area that you are seeing, and afterwards they have to check back again their identity in order to have the evidence of the voting and to also compare and do crossing information regarding how many voters have come in here. In this center, it is expected over 3,000 voters, 100, or I beg your pardon, 1,500 per voting table or voting ballot box. So every time the voters come in here, the authorities have implemented all the resources and they are checking the effectiveness of this process today, because this is one of the methods for voting, and it also is part of the protocol observed ahead of the July 28th presidential elections. As you can see, every one of the voters have come in here showcasing and showing to the authorities their identity cards, and also they have to give their fingerprint as other evidence of their voting and the validity of their identification. Also, as you know, today is one of the many days accomplishing the protocol, because the registration phase of the candidates have passed last March. Also on April, where the registration process. Afterwards, all the candidates presented their program of government, and the campaigning time, the proselytizing time starts on July the 4th. But today, 28 days ahead of the presidential elections, is conducted or are conducted these electoral drills all over the country. We are in Caracas, but other voting centers and other states also are observing this part of the protocol. And as you know, this will allow all the authorities to perfect the system, to perfect also the materials, and to oversee if all the protocols are observed and are accomplished in this voting process. All of this will allow transparency and will allow a better performance on July 28th with the presidential polls. Also, as you know, there are international observers coming to accompany the process. These electoral international institutes and other authorities are coming in here to assess what Venezuela is doing ahead of these presidential elections. We recall the information. There are 10 candidates, 9 of them of the opposition, and one of them, Nicolás Maduro Moros, is the presidential candidate for the Socialist United Party of Venezuela, which is the core political force here in the country, and also is the core political force in the great coalition of the Great Patriotic Pole. All of this information, all of our audience can find it in our website and also in other platforms that we, as TeleSUR, have habilitated and have put on for them to get all of this data. And as you can see, this is one of those days that Venezuela is going to the polls again. This is the 29th election in over 25 years of revolution, and this is something that is not new for Venezuelan authorities, and it's not new for the Venezuelan voters. So this is it. This is the start of the voting day here in Venezuela. As you can see, I reiterate the information. We are at the university, the Bolivarian University, La Universidad Bolivariana, in the Chaguaramos locality here in Caracas. We will go to be here. We will be here giving you all the information. And this is it for now, so back to you.
For this updated information, we're going to continue giving follow-up to this important day, this electoral drill that is being held in Venezuela today. But for now, we're going to continue with our news, and especially on this occasion, on the electoral drill, let's see some details of what it is about in the following brief.
The National Electoral Council set up 1,174 polling centers to verify the operation of the computerized voting system. The 23 states of the country will participate in the event. In the Capital District only, there will be 94 polling centers and 228 polling stations. Unlike on the election day, in this exercise, residents will be able to go to any polling station to familiarize themselves with the voting system. The drill invites more than 21 million of Venezuelans to learn about the process for exercising their right to vote on July 28th.